Hari 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 Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Jai Guru, Jai Guru, Jai Guru. Bhagyodayena bahujanma samarjitena satsangame labhate purusho yadavai ajnana hetukrita moha mahamdhakara nasham vidhayahi tatodayade vivekaha vigata sakala bhedam swaprakashena vedyam behirapi hridi purnam shanta bodha swabhavam prakriti vikritihinam bandha muktyor vimuktam hridi kalaya sadatvam shuddha buddhya cha bhaktya hridi kalaya sadatvam shuddha buddhya cha bhaktya Madhya hridaya kashe sadanandamayo guru udetu satatam samyak swatmananda prabodhakaha. Hari 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 Om Tat Sat. Jai Guru, Jai Guru. Now we shall have the recitation of the auspicious monosyllable 3 times as usual. While reciting, every one of you should have the specific sankalpa, creative thought, that our recitation should permeate the whole of the earth, showering its benedictions on all living beings upon the planet. Interlock your fingers, place them on your lap, sit comfortably erect, close your eyes, open the mouth and heart and join me. With full throat, heart. Very well done. All of you following me. Divi bhumau tatha kashe
Divi bhumau tatha kashe
Behirantascha me vibhuhu
Bahirantascha me vibhuhu
Yo vibhatyavabhasatma
Yo vibhatyavabhasatma
Sarvatmane namaha
Tasmai sarvatmane namaha
Tasmai sarvatmane namaha
Tasmai sarvatmane namaha.
Yesterday, Shankara had taken the disciple to the presence of the teacher. And the disciple confessed before the teacher what was his distress and how he is looking for a redress. So the teacher consoles him. Ma bhaishta vidvam stavanastyapayah samsara sindhostarane styupayah yenaiva yata yatayosya param tameva margam tava nirdishami. What happened? Mahabhaishta 43. Mahabhaishta vidvantavanastyavaya. I don't know how you look at these statements. It is first of all poetry. Any kind of a poetry is always far above prose. In poetry, the deliberations that take place in the mind and the intelligence of the writer or composer are exceedingly more. In a good poet, the words will start automatically coming in, and every word has to join the other words, forming the beautiful meter, not violating any of the rules. So you will find the harmony is more, depth is more, profundity is more, excellence is more. Ma bhaishta, fear not. In our country, it is a very holy land. Right from the beginning of our cultural civilization, this kind of a dissatisfaction with the world was always there. What is this world? It will always ultimately torment and vex the mind of the human. You may have all things, but you may not have peace and freedom in your mind. Maybe you have nothing and you are walking, yet you will be floating in the ecstasy of the soul. This has been the plight and fate every human has found ultimately in this world. So you are not the only person to seek redress like this. It has always been so. And we have a very clear and hallowed path of offering redress. So fear not, my dear soul. Now that you have approached me seeking a redress, you have already become enlightened. You are a vidwan. You are a knowledgeable person. There is no danger for you. Samsara sindhostarane styupayaha. To overcome the ocean of worldliness, certainly there is a very clever, effective means. That means is not something new that I have discovered or I have found. Even my teachers have found. No. This is a path that has been available here for an infinitely long period. Many people have walked this path and they have found it useful, and the path has taken them across. Tameva margam tavanirdishami. I will tell you that very path in all its fullness and application. Now, see, it is a conversation between the disciple and the teacher. So I have omitted many verses. Just see the manner in which the disciple seeks information. Something very important. Many of you are coming to the lectures. You also continue to listen to, almost like professional listeners. But have you really thought why you are coming? The questions are very simple, but deep, profound and wholesome. So here is the disciple confessing his position. Ko nama bandha kathamesha agataha katham pratisthasya katham vimokshaha kosavanatma paramahkatma tayor vivekaha kathame daduchyadam. Here is an occasion for you to correct your thought process. You may think of spirituality. You may feel that you are spiritual. But spirituality has got its own distinctional marks. We are interested in understanding the suffering we have. We are not speaking about physical pain and torture. The suffering is always inner, mental. It is not in the material or physical plane of our personality. Our personality is a composite. Being a composite, this physical external gross body is only a part of it. The greater and infinitely great part is inside the body. Inside the body, nobody can see at all. Our scientists are all experimenting. They are conducting their research into visible matter and energy. But our personality is far more inner and invisible than otherwise. We have a mind that is inner. The mind can never be seen, but you know that there is a mind. It has been generating trillions of thoughts in your life. Where are these thoughts? Are they stacked anywhere? Is there any space? How does the mind produce? How do the thoughts subside? And the mind does not get reduced by producing so many thoughts. What is this wonderful magic? Who will explain to us? Because no research can be done about it. It is invisible. So the scientists are helpless. Then who will help you? The scientists are also using their own eyes, their observation, senses, and then inference by the intelligence. Here also we are applying the same principles of observation, fundamental principles of observation, and introspection and inference. So he is asking, Ko nama bandhaha. People speak about bondage, bondage, bondage. What is that bondage? Kathamesha agadaha. How has it come about? Katham pratisthasya katham vimokshaha. Where is it built or where is it resting? Katham vimokshaha. How to get rid of it? Kosavanatma paramahkatma. People say there is the soul. They also say there is the non-soul. Something different from the soul. What are these? Tayor vivekaha kathame daduchyadam. What exactly is the discrimination between the two? Atma and anatma. Soul and the non-soul. See, if you have not thought about it specifically like this, correct your seeking. This is what we have to understand. What is this bondage? If it is not physically we are not bound, we are moving about very freely. Of course, we depend upon the oxygen. If oxygen is not there, in a minute we shall be off. Similarly, we are depending upon the gravity of the earth for sitting, moving, etc. We are not referring to the body. Everything is inner, experiential. Konama bandhak kathamesha agataha.
Konama bandhak kathamesha agataha.
Katham pratisthasya katham vimokshaha.
Katham pratisthasya katham vimokshaha.
Kosavanatma paramahkatma.
Kosavanatma paramakka atma.
Tayor vivekaha kathame taduchyadam.
Tayor vivekaha कथमेतदुच्यताम्.
This is the primary class learning. Primary class learning. Understand what is meant by bondage. What is meant by discrimination? Discriminate what? From what? Let them recite.
को नाम बन्धः कथमेष आगतः
को नाम बन्धः कथमेष आगतः.
कथं प्रतिष्ठास्य कथं विमोक्षः
कथं प्रतिष्ठास्य कथं विमोक्षः.
को सावनात्मा परमकात्मा
को सावनात्मा परमकात्मा.
तयोर्विवेकः कथमेतदुच्यताम्
तयोर्विवेकः कथमेतदुच्यताम्.
को नाम बन्धः कथमेष आगतः
को नाम बन्धः कथमेष.
कथं प्रतिष्ठास्य कथं विमोक्षः
कथं प्रतिष्ठास्य कथं विमोक्षः.
को सावनात्मा परमः क आत्मा
को सावनात्मा परमकात्मा.
तयोर्विवेकः कथमेतदुच्यताम्
तयोर्विवेकः कथमेतदुच्यताम्.
Have you got it? Have you got it? Or you want to recite more? Huh? Says once more. Huh? Okay.
को
बन्धः कथमेष आगतः. कथं प्रतिष्ठास्य कथं विमोक्षः. को सावनात्मा परमकात्मा. तयोर्विवेकः कथमेतदुच्यताम्.
Once again.
को नाम बन्धः कथमेष आगतः. कथं प्रतिष्ठास्य कथं विमोक्षः. को सावनात्मा परमकात्मा. तयोर्विवेकः कथमेतदुच्यताम्.
We have quite a number of people, I cannot say quite a number, some people who go out speaking about this subject. And there is a tendency in many people given to Vedantic study that he should talk, he should be able to guide people. I am taking classes. This kind of a flair is there. Shankara makes a very sharp criticism about this kind of a wordy excellence, verbosity, etc. So he says, Vag Vaikhari Shabda Jari Shastra Vyakhyana Kaushalam Vaidushyam Vidusham Tadvad Bhuktaye Nadu Muktaye. Bah. This is generally quoted by good and noble people while writing on Vedanta or even speaking about it. Understand that articulational excellence does not matter at all here. It has no place. Sound combinations, verbosity, excellence, no place at all. Even the ability to interpret and correlate Shastras will be of no avail. Vagvaikari, articulational excellence, Shastra Vyakhyana Kaushalam, the dexterity to explain Shastras, even that is of no consequence at all. Vaidushyam Vidusham Tadvad. Vaidushya means what? Educational magnificence. Vidusham, of knowledgeable people, Vidwans. All these are Bhuktaye Nadu Muktaye. Maybe People hire you and pay you something, that's all. You will have some bhoga, some reward, some remuneration, some appreciation. You can enjoy it. But that will never conduce to liberation. Liberation is inner, invisible. It relates, if at all, to the invisible mind, invisible intelligence, and the invisible ego. Whether you are able to penetrate into your inner personality and get into these mental, intellectual and ego layers, make them sufficiently pure and sublime, serene and placid. The intelligence also should become luminous. Then these benefits can be had. Not by wordy excellence, ability to speak and expose well, use crafty and artful words, phrases, etc. No. So there is a clear denunciation of that scholarship in this matter. So it is quoted generally. Vagvaikhari shabdajari.
Vagvaikhari shabdajari.
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 Vagvaikhari.
Vagvaikhari.
Shabdajari.
Shabdajari.
Shastravyakhyana kaushalam.
Shastravyakhyana kaushalam.
Vaidushyam vidusham tadvad.
Vaidushyam vidusham tadvad.
Bhuktaye nadu muktaye.
Bhuktaye natu muktaye. Vagvaikhari shabdajari. Shastravyakhyana kaushalam. Vaidushyam vidusham tadvad. Bhuktaye natu muktaye. Vagvaikhari shabdajari. Shastravyakhyana kaushalam. Vaidushyam vidusham tadvad. Bhuktaye natu muktaye.
See, when I happened to read this, I was very much touched by the message. We should not be trapped by the desire for scholarship. We don't want. It is good to become intelligent, to become sharp, so that we can read and understand matters, introspect over them. But nothing to the point of being scholarly. What is ultimate scholarship? Self-enlightenment. The self-enlightenment, the focus is inside. Your mind should be the sole focus. Intelligence should be the sole focus. Purifying them, sublimating them, edifying them, ennobling them, expanding and enlarging them, elevating them, enlightening them. That should be our approach. So it is all very personal, inward and direct. We always call our sessions experiential Vedanta. What? This is also an experiential retreat. We want all of you to participate in this retreat and understand it in the manner of an experience, what we are talking about. With every word, my intention is to drive you inward. Inward. Avijñāte pare tattve shāstrādhīdistu nishpala. Vijñāte pare tattve shāstrādhīdistu nishpala. There is a lot of pun here. But a great message is driven. Avidnyade pare tattve. Bah! You have a very good library. Quite a number of books. So many commentaries. Maybe you read them also. You still look for fresh books. Okay. Become a great scholar. As long as the message in the scriptures is not recognized, detected, discreetly understood, and you realize it in your heart, nothing doing. So when the Paratattva, the supreme truth, avidnyate, is not understood, by all your reading, if you have not been able to realize the supreme truth, which is in your own heart, shastradhidhistu nishpala, all the reading of the scriptures is of no avail. Is it clear? Again, see, there is a pun in his words. Vijñātepi pare tattve. Suppose the supreme truth somehow you have been able to realize, then shastric reading is not necessary. Then also it is fruitless. It is fruitless if you are not able to realize the message. It is equally fruitless when you realize the message. Then what can Shastra additionally do for you? You understand? So, avidnyate pare tattve shastradhidhistu nishpala vijñātepi pare tattve shastradhidhistu nishpala. So you have to be doubly guarded. Don't be lost in reading and being a scholar. You should be able to say, oh, let there be many shastras, let them occupy the shelves. My purpose is fulfilled. I am content. I have the ecstasy of the soul, the fullness and abundance within. Avidnyate pare tattve.
Avidnyate pare tattve.
Shastradhidhistu nishpala.
Shastradhidhistu nishpala.
Vijñātepi pare tattve.
Vijñātepi pare tattve.
Shastradhidhistu nishpala.
Shastradhidhistu nishpala.
You are not sensitive.
Avidnyate pare tattve.
Avidnyate pare tattve.
Shastradhidhistu nishpala.
Shastradhidhistu nishpala.
Vijñātepi pare tattve.
Vijñātepi pare tattve.
Shastradhidhistu nishpala.
Shastradhidhistu nishpala.
Avidnyate pare tattve.
Avidnyate pare tattve.
Shastradhidhistu nishpala.
Shastradhidhistu nishpala.
Vijñātepi pare tattve.
Vijñātepi pare tattve.
Shastradhidhistu nishpala.
Shastradhidhistu nishpala.
Now, this is a critical evaluation he has made. An evaluation about Shastras. How supreme, solemn and superb they are. At the same time, you cannot miss the message they are giving. So you should read the Shastras, know that realizing the self is the supreme goal of human life, and then turn towards inside. That is the message. You go on reading, and all along the inside is neglected, no effort is made. What is this? A very sharp criticism. Mokshasya heduh prathamo nigadyate vairagyamatyandamanitya vastushu Tadashamaschapi damasti diksha nyasa prasakta khila karmanam prisham mokshasya hetu prathamo nigadyate.
Mokshasya hetu prathamo nigadyate.
Vairagyamatyantamanitya-vastushu.
Vairagyamatyantamanitya-vastushu.
Tadashamaschapi damasti diksha.
Tatashyamaschapi damasti diksha.
Nyasa prasakta khila karmanam prisham.
Nyasa prasakta khila karmanam prisham.
Very, very fundamental. If you want to have liberation, what is liberation? So many people have told me during my wandering life, Swamiji, we don't want to enter into the mother's womb again. Did you enter? Huh? You don't know that you are born. Even now you don't know. It is hearsay for you. So, what is this moksha? We should understand. Moksha is a state of freedom, peace, a feeling of imperishability, a feeling of fullness. You don't need anything. Free. No sense of mortgaging ourselves before anything. So, mokshasya hetuhu prathamo nigadyade. The first cause for attaining liberation is said to be what? Vairagyam atyantam anitya vastushu. Vairagyam atyantam anitya vastushu. Say.
Atyantam anitya-vastushu.
I will not allow you to escape. You judge the world by any standard, bring anybody. Are they transitory or not?
Yes.
They are fleeting. Your body is fleeting. Your parents are fleeting. Married partners are fleeting. Children are fleeting. I told you the other day, the sun will become cold one day. Everything in this world is fleeting. If they are fleeting, can they be your goal? Huh? You want to have lasting peace and contentment. Can the lasting peace and contentment be provided by any of the fleeting substances? They are transitory. Now this is a lesson, this is an evaluation. Is it not good for all? Huh? Yes. Can you replace this statement? Mokshasya hetu prathamo nigadyate. Vairagyam, dispassion, atyantam, extreme, anitya vastushu, towards impermanent, fleeting, transitory, transient objects of the world surrounding you. Now, to develop this dispassion, do you have any trouble? Huh? All are keeping quiet. I accept dispassion, what will you develop towards transitory things? If you are intelligent and you are wise and you should be guided, you will be guided by your intelligence. If at all you look for something not fleeting, not impermanent. How can you pin your interest on something that is perishable? So towards the perishable things, what is the right attitude for everybody, you tell me? Is it passion or dispassion? Then why are you doubtful about it? Why keep quiet? Dispassion is the only response and attitude. Provided you know that including your body, everything is fleeting. Vairagyam atyantam anitya vastushu. Extreme dispassion towards anitya vastus. objects which are impermanent. Tadas shamaschapi damasti diksha. Tadaha, thereafter, shamaha. It is actually calmness. The calmness will arise only when you don't have the agitation caused by desires. Damaha, sensory control and moderation. We have 5 senses, very good. Should we be moderate in employing them, or can we be extravagant in doing so? Huh? Should you be moderate or not? Moderation is an accepted standard the world over in every walk of life. When you eat, eat moderately. When you play, play moderately. When you sleep, sleep moderately. Anywhere and everywhere. You see, people, especially in the IT field, they work quite a number of hours. 13, 14, 15, etc. And then the subject is being discussed. People are getting worn out at 30, 35. So can we have limitless exertion? Everywhere the principle of moderation is necessary. So you must have peaceful mind. For that, desires should be moderated. The watchword should be become free of desires. Damaha, sensory moderation. Titiksha, forbearance. Forbearing what? Forbearing the sukha and dukkha produced by the mind during the course of the sensory interactions. Bhagavad Gita puts it very nicely. What is that? Matra sparshastu kaunteya shidoshna sukhadukkadaha agama payino anityaha tan tidikshasva bharata. Tan tidikshasva bharata. If you have senses and they are surrounded by objects of the world, sensory interactions will definitely be. Actually, our life is sensory interactions. The moment you wake up, the interactional life starts till you go to sleep. And the interactions take place in the level of the senses. These interactions instantly, by force, bring about a twofold response from the mind, pleasant and unpleasant, called sukha and dukkha. These are inevitable, indispensable. As you are living, you have to interact. When interactions are there, sukha and dukkha will go on alternating. So if it is inevitable and indispensable, should you work for them? Why are you keeping quiet? No. Huh? No. My dear souls, understand the subject. Employ your intelligence. Life is sense-object interaction. Right from the morning when you wake up till you go to sleep. And interactions are inevitably producing sukha-dukkha alternates. If interactions are inevitable, their resultants also are inevitable. Therefore, should you work for sukha or dukkha? Huh? Simply live. You will get sukha-dukkhas. Now, what is the attitude you have to develop, if at all? Forbearance. Where from will you get forbearance? By understanding that they are fleeting. Sukha emerges only to subside. It is followed by dukkha, that also emerges and subsides. So for every sukha, you have 2 dukkhas, preceding and succeeding. And for every dukkha, you have 2 sukhas, preceding and succeeding. Tell me which is better now. Sukha is better or dukkha is better? Dukkha is better. Understand it. And stop making any effort for them. You are a fool if you make an effort for sukha or dukkha. Because they are inevitably, irrefutably produced by our senses and the objects of the world. So develop forbearance. Forbearance will come from the knowledge about them. Agamapayino anityaha tan tidikshasva bharata, says Krishna to Arjuna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra before fighting the war. To fight the war, Arjuna was unable. It was this instruction and the resulting wisdom that enabled Arjuna to take back his bow and weapon and fight. See the critical nature of the situation. Tadasyamascha pidamasti diksha. And what is the last line? Nyasa prasakta akhila karmanam purusham. Total renunciation of all the acclaimed acts, activities which are said to be ornamental to life. In the Vedas themselves you find a number of yajnas and yagas saying it will produce this result, that result, etc. In the world also you have many things. All these things are to be simply left, because they can never elevate our life. Nyasa prasakta akhila karmanam prisham. That is why in our country, even now there are some people who take to sannyasa at a very young age. And we have the Nanga sannyasins also. Quite a number of them, hundreds and thousands of them. Nyasa prasakta akhila karmanam prisham. By the conventional and customary activities, secular as well as religious, you are not going to get liberation or self-knowledge. So keep away from them and be focused on your mento-intellectual pursuit. Mokshasya hetuh prathamo nigadyate.
Mokshasya hetuh prathamo nigadyate. Vairagyamatyantamanityavastushu.
Vairagyamatyantamanityavastushu.
Tatah shamaschapi damasti diksha.
Tatah shamaschapi damasti diksha.
Nyasah prasakta khila karmanam bhrisham.
Vyasa prasakta khila karmanam bhrisham.
Mokshasya hetuh prathamo nigadyate.
Mokshasya hetu prathamo nigadyate.
Vairagyamatyantamanityavastushu.
Vairagyamatyantamanityavastushu.
Tatah shamaschapi damasti diksha.
Tatah samaschapi damasti diksha.
Nyasah prasakta khila karmanam bhrisham.
Nyasa prasakta khila karmanam bhrisham.
The next verse is very, very important. It is very enlightening. Most probably, none of you knows this truth. We all have 5 senses on our body. Eyes to see, ears to hear, nose to smell, tongue to taste, and skin to touch. It is these senses that color the objects. Objects do not have any kind of a color. They are all inert, bare matter. But when our senses perceive them, the eyes give colors and shapes. The ears give sound. Nose produces smell. Tongue produces taste. See, sometimes the tongue is coated in fever, etc. Any article you place on the tongue, will it have any taste? What happened? If the article is tasty, then it should produce the taste then. Our tongue is producing the taste. Similarly, the skin is producing the touch. The entire creation is inert. It is good for nothing. It has our senses that breathe different types of shades to them. These senses are very, very powerful. Who has made the senses? No external agency. It is all made by the fetus in the mother's womb, all by itself, by a process of multiplication of cells. The sperm and the egg, they combine and they produced a third cell different from both. From then started multiplication. The intelligence is made by it. Eyebrows, eyes, nose, ears, tongue, lips, hands, feet, all are made by the fetus. Without any external agency at all helping the process. The fetus itself draws blood from the mother's body. So senses are made by the world. Or by the fetus in the mother's womb, without anybody's knowledge. These senses are powerful. So the powerfulness belongs to whom? Does it belong to the world outside? Or does it belong to the presence inside? Why are you keeping quiet? Why do you refuse to think? Our body is shaped with no help from an external agency. It's all a handiwork of the single cell. The mother never knew about it. The father's case need not be mentioned. What is it? These senses are very powerful. Shabdadibhif panjabhireva pancha panchatvama swaguna baddha kuranga matanga patangamina bhringanara panjabhiranjidahim. Are you ready to learn? Yes. Can I trust you? Yes. Then listen. Shabdadibhif panjabhireva pancha.
Shabdadibhif panjabhireva pancha.
Panchatvama swaguna baddha.
Panchatvamapuh swagunena baddha.
Kuranga matanga patangamina.
Kuranga matanga patangamina.
Bhringanara panjabhiranjidakim.
Bhringanara panjabhiranjidakim.
You know, we have the five senses. All the creatures have the five senses. Sense-wise, we are not superior. The eagle's eyes are far more powerful than ours. Man has no superiority so far as the senses are concerned. They are very powerful. See how they work. Shabdadibhi panjabhireva pancha. It is Shabda, Sparsha, etc. Because of this, Panchatva Mahabhu Swagunena Baddha. Because of a delusional clinging to the senses, the beings are getting into what? Extinction. The senses are powerful to destroy you. And what is the evidence for it? Our senses, we have five. I told you that each sensory organ, we are not the superior ones. Animals and birds, they are superior. So he is quoting five instances. Kuranga, Matanga, Patanga, Meena, Bhringa. Kuranga means deer. The deer, its ear, sound, very much attracted to the sound. So the hunter, what does he do? He plays a drum. That drum beat produces so much of a sound. It is so much glued to the sound that it remains still. he aims it, kills it. Because of the sound. Is it clear to you? No. Kuranga, Matanga, the biggest animal on earth, elephant. The male elephant is very much after a female touch. Its skin is very, very powerful. So what happens? You should think about it well. See, a huge pit is made in the forest where elephants live. And it is covered and camouflaged. And very near the pit, a female elephant is tied. So the male elephant comes. And the female elephant is also very artful. She behaves in such a manner that she attracts this elephant, tusker. And the tusker goes, starts feeling the joy of touch, and the female puts him to the pit. Can you imagine? This is what touch can do. This is what sound can do. Kuranga, Matanga, Patanga, moth, what do? They rush into the blazing fire. They are so much attracted to it. Kuranga, Matanga, Patanga, Meena, fish. They are very much after. So the dangler comes and he gives a bait, catches hold of it, pulls it. Bhringa, the large bee. There are some flowers which are very poisonous, the pollen. The champa flower is like that. So the large bee comes there because of the smell. But it is very poisonous, it dies. So here are instances where, what? Sound, touch, sight, then taste and smell. Each of these sensations is leading the possessor to destruction. In the case of man, all the five are there. So if they die once, you will die 5 times. My dear souls, this is knowledge. We don't fear at all. Knowledge is knowledge. Whether you accept it or reject it, it will remain true for what it is worth. Shabdadibhif panchabhireva pancha. Panchatvamabhu. Panchatvamabhu means they are dismembered. When we die, what happens? All the Panchabhutas which are remaining in a combined manner, all of them become let loose. Decomposition takes place. Panchatvamabhu swagunena baddha. Because of the delusional clinging we have towards the sensory organ, we attain Panchatva. Kuranga matanga patanga meena bhringanara panjabhiranjita kim. I think you should recite this verse at least 5,000 times. Will you? Yes. Huh? Yes. No answer. Sanjay.
Shabdadibhih panchabhireva pancha. Panchatvamapuh swagunena baddha.
Panchatvamapuh swagunena baddha.
Kuranga matanga patanga meena.
Kuranga matanga patanga meena.
Bhringanara panchabhiranchitah kim.
Bhringanara panchabhiranchitah kim.
Shabdadibhih panchabhireva pancha.
Shabdadibhih panchabhireva pancha.
Panchatvamapuh swagunena baddha.
Panchatvamapuh swagunena baddha.
Kuranga matanga patanga meena.
Kurangamatanga-patangamina
Bhringanarah panchabhiranchitah kim.
Vringanarah panchabhiranchitah kim.
See, when you recite this, it's a beautiful verse. There is a joy in recitation. These are all verses, shlokas. A shloka is said to be so because it removes shoka, grief. If you chant in the sweetness of the recitation, when I say sweetness, who feels the sweetness? Our mind. When it feels the sweetness, it will not have any grief. So by reciting this, you will find that the mind, our association is built. The mind becomes associated with the idea, with the evaluation, with the goal, with the value. Is it over? It's over? Mokshasya kangsha yadi vaitavasti tyajadi durad vishayan visham yatha piyushavattoshadaya kshamarjava prashanta dandir bhavanityamadaraat. Let me ask you. See, these statements are very much cutting. They cut your understanding. If you have a certain notion about things, that notion it says it is wrong and you have to cut it out. Now, would you like these expositions? I want to know. Huh? So I am a little afraid. Afraid why? Because I like to talk and I want to talk, okay? But I may not be able to because of my failing throat. But I would like to do it in a delightful manner. If the talk becomes distasteful to the listeners, I don't like. So my success lies in making it delightful, making it elevating. So it should appeal to your intelligence and you should fall in love with it. Mokshasya kangsha yadi vaitavasti tyajadi durad vishayan visham yatha piyushavattoshadaya kshamarjava prasanti dandir bhajanityamadaraat.
Mokshasya kangsha yadi vaitavasti
Mokshasya kangsha yadi vaitavasti
Tyajati durad vishayan visham yatha
Tyajati durat vishayan visham yatha
Piyushavattoshadaya kshamarjava
Piyushavattoshadaya kshamarjava
Prashanti dantir bhajanityamadaraat
Prashanti dantir bhajanityamadaraat
Mokshasya kangsha yadi vaitavasti
Mokshasya kangsha yadi vaitavasti
Tyajati durad vishayan visham yatha
Tyajati durat vishayan visham yatha
Piyushavattoshadaya kshamarjava
Piyushavattoshadaya kshamarjava
Prashanti dantir bhajanityamadaraat
Prashanti dantir bhajanityamadaraat.
See, this shloka tells you what are the qualities you should develop. And by reciting these shlokas, you will find the mind picks up these qualities. The trouble with all of you is you hear a quality and keep quiet. But that quality should be imprinted in the mind. How will you do it? Now sound is very powerful. No sound can come from the tongue unless it is motivated, shaped and produced by the mind. So when you produce these sounds and words, automatically the mind gets involved. Involved in what manner? Involved in the letters, words, ideas, etc. So there is a restructuring and reshaping of the mind taking place. Am I clear? Mokshasya kanksha yadi vai tavasti. Mokshasya kanksha yadi vai tavasti. My dear son, the teacher is telling the disciple, if you have an aspiration for moksha, mokshasya kanksha yadi vai tavasti, you should understand, a disciple has gone to the teacher saying that I am very much smitten by the world. I want to have salvation. I am not able to understand how to go about. I know nothing. So I seek refuge under you. Please accept me and give me whatever is necessary so that I may proceed safely to achieve my goal. It is to such a disciple that the teacher speaks. So he says, you want liberation. If that is your aspiration, then he says, Tyajati durat vishayan visham yatha. What do you want? Moksha. You are not telling me I want world objects. I want moksha. My goal is not what is seen, what is in my front. I am not interested in all that. I want something different from what the senses can perceive. I want something internal, something my mind can grasp, intelligence can understand, my heart can feel. Then he says, Tyaja, abandon, leave, eschew, adidurad, throw them away at a great distance, vishayan visham yatha, like poison. Throw away the sensory objects, never be after them. What happens to the deer by listening to the sound? What happens to the tusker by trying to have the touch of the female body? This is what is going to happen. Suppose I leave the objects of the world, what can I hold on to instead? Yes, I will tell you what you can hold on to. Senses are on the body, but you are not the body. All your experiences are inside. So in you, what matters is the mind. What matters is the intelligence. So judge things on the basis of your mind and intelligence. Then what are the things you want? Piyushavad, like nectar. Tosha, daya, kshama, arjava, prashanti, danti. How many items? 6. What are they? First of all, tosha. You have teeth and lips, start smiling. Be very happy. Look at the mirror. If you have a gloomy face, look at the mirror. Would you like to have a gloomy face? I think by seeing your gloomy face, you will start smiling. Piyushavat tosha, like nectar, hold on to contentment. Daya, compassion. Kshama, patience and tolerance. Arjava, straightforwardness. Prashanti, quietude, peace, quiet. Sensory control, danti, all these. So instead of the external sensory gross objects, I am giving you virtues, qualities and embellishments for your mind and intelligence. Can you leave the gross and take to the subtle is the question. Can you leave the things outside and take to what are available within your body? Is it not a promotion and elevation? Yes or no? Piyushavat toshadaya kshamarjava Prashantidantir bhajanityamadharat. With a lot of regard, fervor, adoration, and a sense of elevation and fulfillment, take to these inner virtues, embellishments and ornamentations.
मोक्षस्य कांक्षा यदि वै तवास्ति
मोक्षस्य काङ्क्षा यदि वै तवास्ति
त्यजाति दूराद् विषयान् विषं यथा
त्यजाति दूरात् विषयान् विषं यथा
पीयूषवत्तोषधया क्षमार्जव
पीयूषवत्तोषधया क्षमार्जव
प्रशान्तिदान्तिर्भजनित्यमादरात्
प्रशान्तिदान्तिर्भजनित्यमादरात्
मोक्षस्य कांक्षा यदि वै तवास्ति
मोक्षस्य काङ्क्षा यदि वै तवास्ति
त्यजाति दूराद् विषयान् विषं यथा
त्यजाति दूरात् विषयान् विषं यथा
पीयूषवत्तोषधया क्षमार्जव
पीयूषवत्तोषधया क्षमार्जव
प्रशान्तिदान्तिर्भजनित्यमादरात्
प्रशान्तिदान्तिर्भजनित्यमादरात्.
Tell me, do you like or dislike all these qualities? Huh? If you like them, what stands in the way of absorbing them and making them your own? Love these qualities. When you love them, they will start growing in you. Don't refuse, that's all. Simply they will grow. Read this poetry several times. Several times. You have a tongue, you have a mind, you have eyes to see, you have ears to hear. Use them and recite this, recite this, recite this. Piyushavad toshadaya kshamarjava prashantidantir bhajanitya Next verse, its vrta is called Shardula Vikrididam. In that vrta, when you write poetry, there will be very proud and profound ideas would come. Prajnavanapi panditopi chaturopyatyanda sukshmatmadrga vyalidhastamasa navetti bahudha sambodhito vispudam Brandyaropidameva sadhu kalayati adambade tadgunan hamtasahu prabala nuradurandhatamasaha shaktir mahatya vriti. It is a little long. I can bypass it, but I want you to tell me whether you like to learn it or not. How many are saying? Yes. Then why don't... The response is very mild. Shall I explain? You know this wonderful verse. There are three gunas which are qualities of nature. Sattva guna, Rajo guna and Tamo guna. The entire Bhagavad Gita is a Gunatraya philosophy. Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Sattva means what? Light, happiness and knowledge. Rajoguna means activity prompted by desire, hatred, etc. Tamoguna means lethargy, indifference, darkness and sleep. These are the three qualities of nature. So in all the products nature evolves, you will find these three. Even in heavens they are. As Krishna puts it in Bhagavad Gita. So, every one of us has Sattva-guna, Rajoguna and Tamoguna. Altogether, the aggregate is, say, let us say 100. The difference is only what is the percentage Sattva has, Rajas has and Tamas has. Normally, in all people, Rajoguna will be maximum. The next will be Tamoguna and the last will be Sattva-guna. Now, you have to bring about a change in this structure. So, the sattvic things you should start taking interest in and pursuing. Now, this is a sattvic involvement. Here we are hunting knowledge, distributing knowledge, disseminating knowledge, and all of you have come here as seekers. You are having an exposition for about 5 or 6 hours. Then you have bhajans and the other programs. Then silent sitting, this, that and all. How much of exposure you see? This is all generating and increasing your Sattva-guna content. Are you following me? Huh? When you start increasing the Sattva, the aggregate can only be 100. Naturally, once the sattvic intelligence is more, Rajas and Tamas will become less. And we want ideally a situation where Sattva-guna will be predominant, supported by Rajoguna and further by Tamoguna. That Tamoguna, we sleep for about 7 or 8 hours a day, completely Tamas. There are people who sleep more. When Sattva-guna increases, your sleep requirement also will be less. So, here he says, the Tamoguna is very powerful. Because of that, even if we repeatedly and persuasively tell people the truth, they will not be able to absorb. Tamoguna will prevent the right absorption. So, it's a very, very powerful agency. Prajnavanapi panditopi chaturopyatyanda sukshmatmadrga vyalidhastamasa navetti bahudha sambodhitopi spudam prandyaropitameva sadhu kalayati alambade tadgunan hamtasau prabala durandatamasah Shaktir Mahatya Vriddhi. See, you should recite not together. Break.
Prajnavanapi panditopi chaturo. Swamiji? Atyanta.
Chaturopi, you say.
Prajnavanapi panditopi chaturopi. Atyanta sukshmatmadrig Vyalidhastamasa vetti bahudha Sambodhitopi sphutam Bhrantyaropitameva sadhu kalayati Alambate tadgunan Hantasau prabaladuranta tamasaha Shaktir mahatya vritihi
Sanjay, you have to be more deeper and more elastic. Hantasau prabala duranta tamasaha Shaktir mahatya vriddhi.
Hantasau prabala duranta tamasa Shaktir mahatya vritihi.
Again.
हन्तासौ प्रबला दुरन्ततमसः शक्तिर्महत्यावृतिः
Once again, Prajnavan.
प्रज्ञावानपि पण्डितोऽपि चतुरोऽपि
प्रज्ञावानपि पण्डितोऽपि चतुरोऽपि
अत्यन्तसूक्ष्मात्मदृग्
अत्यन्तसूक्ष्मात्मदृक्
व्यालीढस्तमसा न वेत्ति बहुधा
व्यालीढस्तमसा न वेत्ति बहुधा
सम्बोधितोऽपि स्फुटम्
सम्बोधितोऽपि स्फुटम्
भ्रान्त्यारोपितमेव साधु कलयति
भ्रान्त्यारोपितमेव
आलम्बते तद्गुणान्
आलम्बते तद्गुणान्
हन्तासौ प्रबला दुरन्ततमसः
हन्तासौ प्रबला दुरन्ततमसः
शक्तिर्महत्यावृतिः
शक्तिर्महत्यावृतिः.
See, it is a beautiful description of the very powerful tamoguna. And it is not good. But when I recite this verse, I feel so magnificent. It says, Prajnavanapi, a person who is profoundly scholarly, Panditobi, very well learned, Chadurobi, extremely clever and dexterous, Atyanda Sukshmatmadrg, he can penetratingly understand propositions, explain also. Vyalidhastamasa, because he is totally immersed in tamoguna, naveti bahudha sambodhito vispudam. He is not able to understand the truth even when repeatedly told, awakened. Brandhyaropitameva sadhu kalayadi. By virtue of delusion, we have been somehow enmeshed in the tamoguna affairs. Alambade tadgunan. We repeatedly resort to all the qualities which are not good. Handasau prabala duranda tamasaha. Oh, fie upon. Prabala duranda tamasaha. Very, very powerful. Duranda tamasaha. Tamoguna, which is very hard to overcome. Shaktir mahatya vriddhi. See, there are two powers, technically speaking. Avarana and viksheva. One is covering up. Viksheva means another is distracting. These are the powers of Maya. This tamoguna is a resultant of that. It says, a man may be an intellectual giant. Even then he misses this truth. This will not appeal to you. So I was wondering whether I should include this in my list. Do you like it? Yes. I think for my sake you said it. You should understand, reading this verse will make you know, tamoguna will overpower you. Be very careful. I will take the next verse and stop. The next verse is something that I would like you to learn by heart as soon as possible. And get up with that verse, go to sleep, and if you dream that verse. Vishuddha sattvasya gunah prasadaha swatmanubhudih parama prashantihi triptih praharsha paramatmanistha yaya sadanandarasam samrichyati. This is what you get from self-knowledge, self-realization. There are two stages. When your mind becomes completely purified and not so. One is called Mishra Sattva, the other is called Vishuddha Sattva. The Vishuddha Sattva stage is the goal for us. Vishuddha Sattvasya Gunah Prasadaha Swatmanubhuti Parama Prashanti
Swatmanubhuti Parama Prashanti
Tripti Praharsha Paramatmanistha
Tripti Praharsha Paramatmanistha
Yaya Sadanandarasam Samruchati
Yaya Sadanandarasam Samrichyati Vishuddha Sattvasya Gunah Prasadaha
विशुद्ध सत्त्वस्य गुणाः प्रसादः
Swatmanubhuti Parama Prashanti
स्वात्मानुभूति परमा प्रशान्तिः
Tripti Praharsha Paramatmanistha
तृप्तिः प्रहर्ष परमात्मनिष्ठा
Yaya Sadanandarasam Samrichyati
यया सदानन्दरसं समृच्छति
Vishuddha Sattvasya Gunah Prasadaha
शुद्धसत्त्वस्य गुणाः प्रसादः
Swatmanubhuti Parama Prashanti
स्वात्मानुभूति परमा प्रशान्तिः
Tripti Praharsha Paramatmanistha
तृप्तिः प्रहर्ष परमात्मनिष्ठा
Yaya Sadanandarasam Samrichyati
यया सदानन्दरसं समृच्छति
See, your sadhana is actually, in whatever manner you do it, if it is real spiritual sadhana, it has the sole aim of purifying your being. Purifying your being. What is your being? Purifying the body. Your taste will become different. Food also will become different. Accordingly, the mind, the structure of the mind, pulsations in the mind, tendencies in the mind, motivations in the mind, all these will change. Similarly, a change will be there in the intelligence also. The manner in which it thinks, the stresses it is able to make, the discrimination it is able to resort to and implement, all these will change. So there is a progression of Sattva-guna. We call them Vishuddha Sattva, one in whom his Sattva, his being, has become sufficiently pure. So such a Vishuddha Sattvasya Gunaha, his qualities, virtues. Now he is listing the qualities. Prasadaha. Say? Prasadaha. What does it mean? Prasannata. Cheerfulness. When people start looking at you, they will feel, oh, how is it that you are cheerful? Cheerfulness. Placidity of the mind. Swatmanubhuti. Atma, Atma, self, self, Atma, self, Atma, self. People go on speaking about it. But this person will have the experience of the self. When I was in America or somewhere here, I used to say, see, you should every day spend a little time, don't do anything. Try to feel the presence in the body. How do you say I am? Huh? When we call you, you respond. That means we call you, you hear the sound and you feel, yes, I am here. How do you say that? Is it because of the eyes? Huh? Yes? Then by what? So now and then, at least a few times in a day, wherever you are and whatever you do, stop. You will feel a radiance, a vibrance. That is the self-experience. Your body is kept alive. That aliveness in the body is generated by the self. Swatmanubhudihi. Directly you will start realizing and experiencing the self. Parama prashanti. Generally you become peaceful when temporary things are fulfilled and there is no agitation. This is parama prashanti. I have attained my goal. I have achieved. I have nothing more to achieve. That state of finality, fullness and redemption arise. Triptihi, contentment. Praharshaha, exhilaration. Paramatma nishtha. Nishtha, where the Paramatma constantly reveals. It is an Atma nishtha, not Poojya nishtha, not Dhyana nishtha, not recitational nishtha. It is Paramatma nishtha. Altogether, there is only one presence, supreme presence. And that supreme presence is the self. Everything is the self's expression. When I look at your body, I see your body, but I am seeing it as living body. So your body is living for me. That livingness is generated by the body or by the inner presence. So I am seeing you as what? Inner presence. You see the difference? Another person also is looking at your body. We are seeing the body, but I am not seeing a dead body. I am seeing a living body. So the body gives me the notion of livingness. That livingness is the self. Does it make sense to you? Huh? Triptih praharshah paramatma nishtha yaya sadanandarasam samruchadi. By virtue of which you attain, either it is always Anandarasa or Anandarasa arising from the Sat. Ananda is not what you think now, pleasure, huge pleasure, powerful pleasure. No, it is something entirely different. It is quite calm, serene, placid, sublime. Vishuddha sattvasya gunah prasadah swatmanubhudih parama prashanti triptih praharshah paramatma nishtha yaya sadanandarasam samruchadi. Chant very well, very well, very well.
Vishuddha sattvasya gunah prasadah स्वात्मानुभूतिः परमा प्रशान्तिः तृप्तिः प्रहर्षः परमात्मनिष्ठा यया सदानन्दरसं समृच्छति विशुद्धसत्त्वस्य गुणाः प्रसादः स्वात्मानुभूतिः परमा प्रशान्तिः तृप्तिः प्रहर्षः परमात्मनिष्ठा यया सदानन्दरसं समृच्छति.
I think you can go for Guinness book. സംവേദ്യവർജിതമനുത്തമമേകമാദ്യം സംവിത്പദം വികലനം കലയൻ മഹാത്മൻ ഹൃദ്യേവ തിഷ്ഠ കലനാരഹിതക്രിയാം തു കുർവൻ അകർത്തൃപദമേത്യ ശമോദിതശ്രീ കുർവൻ അകർത്തൃപദമേത്യ ശമോദിതശ്രീ. ഹരി ഹരി ഹരി. ഓം തത്സത്. ജയ ഗുരു. We shall have the conclusional Omkara once. Take your pose for it. Hari Om Tats. Jai Guru.